What is going on, guys? It's your boy Chris here. I am back with a new video. This time it's a hot sauce review. I don't really have any hot takes this time. Actually, I do have one that I'm going to talk about, something I'm going to talk about. But today's hot sauce is Queen Majesty's Cocoa Ghost Hot Sauce. Now, this particular sauce I've been waiting to get my hands on for quite a bit. And I was able to get it this week. Let's run down the ingredients here real quick for you. So, it's got white vinegar, pineapple juice, ghost peppers, habanero peppers, black cocoa, sweet onion, garlic, cloves, ginger root, dried plums, chipotle peppers, pasilla peppers, extra virgin olive oil, salt, and spices. Don't know what the spices are in this bad boy, but we do know it's going to be hot. Says on here, heat level very hot. It's vegan, kosher, no added sugar. Great for barbecue, rice and beans, breakfast sandwiches, and everything else. More heat than sweet. Enjoying good health. Now, Queen Majesty is one of those up there with Spicy Shark and Bravado as my favorite hot sauce companies. I haven't had a bad hot sauce from any of them yet. Even if it's like kicked my ass as far as heat, it's still tasty as hell. So I expect this to be tasty. So, without further ado, we're going to pop some of this on the spoon here. Oh, it's a little thick. A little bit of a thick boy here. Hopefully that's from the cocoa and stuff. As you can see, I'm not going heavy with it because I'm going to eat dinner soon. Oh, it smells hot. So, without further ado, here goes. Cheers. Oh, shit. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's hot. Got the hiccups. Fuck. Oh, shit. Oh. Got the hiccups now. That was hot. It's very rare that I get the hiccups. I've had hiccups eating hot sauce like ever. Or at least in a long time. Shit. So needless to say, this is hot. It's like, it's right on my tongue. It's the heat is like fucking me up right now. Whew. Got a little bit of a hint of like cocoa in it. A tiny kiss of pineapple. And the rest of this is just hot. Because it's got that ghost pepper like punch and the habanero burn. And it's right up front. I didn't get anything else at it on this. Hence the hiccups. Like the ghost pepper just came right through and hit me in the face. And this habanero that's like in it hit me right. The burn's still there. Whoo! Taste wise, it's good. It tastes good. It's just hot. Whew. Like I said, it's very rare to get hiccups eating a hot sauce. So it's hot. Really hot. Nose is running a little bit. Feeling that warmth down my throat, going into my stomach. But it's not. It's manageable heat. I'll put it that way. It's hot as hell at first, but then the comet kind of pipes down and tones down, and now I'm in a good space with it. I'm in a good space with it right now. Because when it first hit me, I was like, oh shit, I think I'm going to die. But I'm in a good space. We're in a good place with it. The endorphin rush is kicked in. I'm feeling good. So, the hot take for today. A guy on YouTube was talking about, or crying about, AEW's attendance. Because people are putting out pictures and videos of like their most recent shows and how no one's fucking there. They're basically and he's like, hey guys, if you're at an AEW show and there's nobody there, don't take pictures or show video with a crowd or lack thereof, because it basically feeds the people who don't like AEW ammunition to use against the company that we all want to succeed. Wah! Wah! My response to that, take your L like with some dignity, man. Take your L with some class. AEW's in a bad place right now. It's been in a bad place. And I'll tell you why it's in a bad place. Because the people in charge of that company, or the person in charge of that company, doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. Tony Khan is incompetent and bad at his job. That's why all this shit went south so quick. It's like, yay, you signed Will Ospreay. Yay, you signed Jay White. Yay, you signed Juice Robinson. You signed Kota Ibushi. That's fantastic. You know what that means? Jack fucking shit if you don't know what to do with them. And you don't, Tony. You don't. You don't know what you're doing. And you won't listen to the people who might know better. And even they're just in it to bleed you dry. The fact is, you back the wrong horses. And it happens in life. You put your stock into somebody and they don't wind up being who you thought they were. You did that with the Elite. You did that with Chris Jericho. You've done that with all those guys that you signed. The only moneymaker you had, the only real moneymaker you had, was CM Punk. And because you couldn't control your people or get your shit together and get your locker room in order, you lost him. Because you were so busy being everybody's friend instead of being a fucking boss, you lost the golden goose. You lost the unicorn. I've said it in the previous video, I'll say it here again. Excuse me. When the history book on AEW was written, the moment that they fired CM Punk is going to go down as one of the dumbest decisions ever made in the history of professional wrestling. It was stupid. It was completely stupid. And yeah, I get it. You kind of had to do something because of what happened. You had to do something. But maybe don't fire the guy that's bringing in money and bringing in viewers and bringing in fans because people are paying to see him. He is the top merchandise seller in WWE right now. And last week, he was the top merchandise seller in AEW. And he hasn't worked there in 2 months. So he was the top merch seller in both companies at the same time. This is the guy you got rid of. Good job, man. Good fucking job. And now the funny part is seeing all these so-called journalists now having to admit that Tony fucked up. To admit that there are problems in AEW when they've spent all this time telling you everything's fucking fine. Now they're like, do not go around acting like everything's fine. Was my Alvarez good on that? Or because I don't know. Do not go around acting like everything is fine because it's not fine. No, it's never been fine. It hasn't been fine since Cody walked out the fucking door. No one wants to admit that because no one wants to admit that Cody was the star that he actually was. Or the role he had backstage. Once Cody left, all the bad shit that was going on backstage in AEW started coming to the surface. Does anybody else realize that that's not a coincidence? Cody Rhodes was doing a lot behind the scenes to keep shit together. And once he left, that left with him. But what the fuck do I know? I'm just a random ass wrestling fan, right? Yeah, but I also know I'm also able to look behind things and see things that other people don't. Other people have been saying this for years. And people are like, they're still having growing pains. They're in year 5. They're going to their 5th year of existence. They're past growing pains. If this were a restaurant, that motherfucker would have closed 2 years ago with all this shit going bad. Shows get canceled for less than the bullshit that's coming out of that's happening in AEW. Like, get the fuck out of here. Another thing I want to touch on, and this is one that's going to be a little bit more fun. Someone recently asked the question regarding Godzilla -1. They asked, why should I care about the human characters in this show or movie when I'm there to see Godzilla? And here's why. If this movie had just been about the characters in this film simply putting their lives back together after in post-World War II Japan, with no trace of Godzilla whatsoever, and no destruction or no fire, atomic breath, or none of that, right? If it were just about the character of Koichi, Noriko, the doc, the captain, and the kid, and them just putting their lives back together and him working on the boat he worked on, but still having the trauma and the PTSD and all of that and the shame and the guilt, survivor's guilt, and all the stuff that he felt in that movie, or Koichi did. If it just focused on that and him putting his life back together and him raising Akiko with Noriko and the makeshift family that they had, it's still, and there's no Godzilla in this movie, it would still be one of the best movies to come out this year. That's how good this movie was. Okay? It was that good. It was that well written and well acted a movie that if you take out Godzilla from this Godzilla movie and you make it just about these characters putting their lives back together in post-World War II Japan, yet keep everything else as it is with the trauma and the PTSD and the survivor's guilt, just those things alone, you still have an excellent film. Because the movie is so well written and the acting is so well done that you care like I said in my review, you care about these people and their lives. You give a shit about what's happening with them. You want them to survive. You want them to make it. You want Koichi and Noriko to end up together. You want them to have a happy ending. You want, there's a part in this movie where, this is going to be a mini spoiler, but after Godzilla's attack, some of the characters are out, drinking and they're talking. And the captain asks Koichi, dude, why the fuck didn't you marry her, dude? What's wrong with you? Why didn't you marry her? And he was basically like, my war's not over. He's like, come on, man. That's dumb shit. Right? Even at the end, near the end of the movie, when the plan to get rid of Godzilla is going on, the captain says to Koichi, dude, you better not orphan Akiko or I'll kick your ass, basically. You better not orphan that little girl, man. I will fuck you up. And it's just beautiful because you see these characters all care about each other. And it, like I said, it shows that these characters mattered. Everyone mattered. Even the character that comes in near the end and his part in it. Everything, all of these characters mattered. Their evolution throughout the movie and everything, it means something. And you root for them and you are happy for them. And the kid, he's like, I want to die for my country. And they're like, dude, don't be so quick to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not all you think it is. With Koichi, you better not mean that. And then when they are going to go get rid of Godzilla, the doc and the captain are like, kid, you're not coming with us. And he's like, why not? Take me with you. And he's like, they're like, you're hurt. This isn't a war. This isn't your war. The future's up to you. And he's literally begging them to take him with them. And they're like, we're doing the right thing for him. Because we know what's at risk. They're prepared to not come back from this plan. Everybody is ready to die for this. And they didn't want him to die because he has his whole life ahead of him. And it hits you, and you're like, I get it. Man, I fucking love this. I fucking love that. I fucking love this movie. I would have loved it even if it wasn't a Godzilla movie. That's how fucking good this movie was. If you take Godzilla out of it and just make it about these people's lives, you have an Oscar winner for Best Foreign Film. It should still get nominated for Best Foreign Film, and it's a Godzilla movie, for fuck's sake. It's a giant CGI monster coming out of the ocean and fucking shit up. But it's such a good fucking movie, even without that. Because the person who wrote it put work into the characters so you give a shit. Like I said in my review, the only two characters I've ever given a shit about in the Monsterverse, I gave a shit about Ken Watanabe's character, and I gave a shit about Bryan Cranston. And we all know what they did with Bryan Cranston in the first fucking movie. And it was bullshit. It's like, man, what the fuck? Why'd you kill him? And then you got the fucking second King of the Monsters, where Ken Watanabe's character sacrifices himself to save Godzilla. And you're like, God damn it, why'd you kill him? And the third movie, legit, I just wanted to see Kong and Godzilla fucking fight. I didn't care about any of these fucking people. I didn't care about Kyle Chandler, Millie Bobby Brown, Brian Tyree Henry. I liked Brian Tyree Henry's character because he was fucking hilarious, but I didn't care. I didn't care about Millie Bobby Brown's sidekick friend. I didn't care about. I liked the deaf girl on the island that was on Skull Island with the scientist, and Alexander Skarsgård was good, but I didn't care. I didn't care about his character, and that's the thing. They never gave me people to care about except for two people, and they killed them in consecutive movies. So I didn't care about the people by the time the third one happened. And even in this one, the new one's coming out, Godzilla x Kong. By the way, that trailer, holy shit, looks amazing. Godzilla got upgraded. Kong's got a fucking power glove on and shit. I can't wait to see them running into the fucking battle or whatever the fuck they're running towards, because that was badass. Anybody bitching about Godzilla having pinkish dorsal fins, go watch Godzilla 2000 because he had the same thing and shut the fuck up. It's not woke. He got powered up, bitches. That's how it goes. He's got pink dorsal fins. They made Godzilla woke. Shut up. It's a fucking Godzilla. It's a fictional character. If he wants to have fucking rainbow dorsal fins, who gives a fuck? He's gonna fuck shit up because it's fucking Godzilla. And that him and Kong are a tag team, bro. Can't wait. Movie's gonna be badass. And again, I won't care about the human characters because who gives a shit about the humans in these movies? I just want to see the monsters fighting those. In the next Godzilla, there's talk of a sequel to -1. If you saw -1, you know they left the door open for a sequel. There's talk of one being done. I hope they do it, and I hope this kicks off a whole new era of Godzilla movies, because this movie was amazing. For $15 million, they blew the doors off of anything Hollywood's put out in the past, like since the Avengers, Infinity War, and Endgame. And No Way Home, because that was fucking amazing as well. But straight up. Like, that's like something I needed to address the whole Godzilla thing, because people are like, I don't understand cinema. And I'm like, how do you not understand this? Like, do you not understand, like, why the human characters matter in a movie about a giant monster? You kind of have to care about the people that are getting stepped on and killed, or the shit don't work. Godzilla works best when he's an allegory for something else. In the case of Godzilla -1, he is an allegory for Koichi's fear, PTSD, and guilt. And in order to overcome Godzilla, he has to overcome all of those things. That's what he's an allegory for. Okay? Just for people who don't understand what Godzilla is about in this movie. I had to put that out there because people don't seem to understand. Like, I don't get it. Like, well, I just explained it for you. I explained it so we can move on from there. In closing, because I'm going to stop this video now. I've gone about 25 minutes. Queen Majesty's Cocoa Ghost Hot Sauce. Hot as fuck, but delicious. Get a bottle. Godzilla -1, the movie would work even without Godzilla because it's written well and makes you care about the characters in it. That's why they mattered. If you're mad about Godzilla having pink dorsal fins, go watch Godzilla 2000 and shut the fuck up. That's all I've got for this video today. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Oh, wait. And one more thing. Tony Khan is incompetent and doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. That's why AEW's in the dumps right now. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. Peace.